Today I've got the update for you regarding the bus of cruise passengers that crashed up in Alaska. I'm also going to be talking with you about some of the reasons that I really do think that cruising is one of the most flexible and perfect for everyone ways of traveling. Viking has a new ship and lots more, so let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Friday. It is June 27th of 2025. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please click on that subscribe button, and if you appreciate my updates, please give this video a thumbs up. We talk about cruising 6 days a week around here, and when we go somewhere, we take you with us, and 2 weeks from today, we will be on our way to Amsterdam in the Netherlands, so we look forward to taking you along. Now, we are going to do our live this evening. We always start at 8 p.m. Eastern time, so make sure that you come, bring your questions about cruising, traveling to cruise. We always have a nice time together, so we'll see you then. I want to start at the top going over what happened with that bus of cruise passengers up in Alaska. So we've got the North Tongass Highway there in Ketchikan, Alaska. Southbound was a school bus carrying cruise passengers. Now you might say, a school bus? Well, during the busy season, they use school buses as well as the regular tour buses for cruise passengers. And the drivers that drive those buses are just as excellent as the other drivers. So they know their way around. They are very safety conscientious. They know exactly what they're doing. Well, as they were traveling south along the North Tongass Highway, they struck an SUV. The school bus ended up in the ditch, and the SUV ended up hitting a power pole. There were 46 cruise passengers on board the bus at the time of the accident, and one person in the SUV, just the driver. So it ended up that out of those 47 people, 44 of them were cleared to go right from the scene there, but 3 of them had to go to the hospital. The 2 were released from the hospital. They were treated there and then released. But the other person that was involved, and they don't say if it was a cruise passenger or the driver of the SUV, had to be transferred to another medical facility for more care. And so I will let you know if I hear any updates about this. And so you might be thinking, why do we need to know about this? A couple of reasons that I think it's really important to cover these kinds of incidents. Number one, be aware that even when you're on vacation, sometimes things happen unexpectedly. Just because you're on vacation doesn't mean that an accident can't happen. And it doesn't mean that you can't be hurt. So really, the important thing to remember is to be prepared. If you have Princess Insurance or another cruise line insurance and you're on an excursion and you are harmed or, injured, the insurance will cover you. If you have like an annual travel policy and you've got coverage for things like that, you will be covered there as well. I say that because there are so many different travel policies. The bottom line is make sure that you have some kind of insurance. Unless you want to be responsible personally for the medical bills, you need to make sure that you have insurance for whatever happens when you're on a cruise or traveling otherwise. And so if you have anything to share, experiences you've had with that, we would love to hear from you in the comments. And in the meantime, we will keep that one person that's left in the hospital in our prayers and pray that the rest of the guests on that bus are feeling a little bit less shook up and have a really nice rest of their travels. Next up, yesterday, I love reading your comments, all of you, so thank you for leaving them and sharing them with everybody. But as I was reading through them, a few things really struck me. And one of the things that really stood out to me was how truly flexible cruising is and why it's perfect for everyone. So I want to read 3 comments to you, and then I want to hear from you in the comments about this, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit myself. And then I'm going to tell you about that Viking ship. So first up, we have a comment. One person said, Disney specialty restaurants are not just a meal, it's an experience well worth the new prices. Because remember, I told you the prices for a lot of the dining on Disney Cruise Line is going up. So one person said they're worth it. It's so much more than just a meal. It's an experience, so it's worth it. Next, another person said, to each his own, but to me, there's no meal on this planet worth $145. And then the last one that really I love because it kind of covers a time span, they said, Princess has priced us out of both their specialty and casual dining about 10 cruises ago with them. We only also now use Viator for all of our excursions. And so as I read through all of this, it really highlighted in my mind how you go on a cruise, but there are so many options to do things your way. If you want to go to specialty dining, you want to have that experience, you pay the money and you go. And if you don't want to, you just don't. It's not a big deal. It's not a requirement on either end, and so you just go do what you want to do. There's so much flexibility with the dining. As this one commenter said, they just book their excursions with Viator now. They don't even have to worry about it. To me, there's always there's things that go with that, but on both sides, to me, there's good things about booking with Viator, things good about booking with the cruise lines, things I'm not quite so crazy about on both sides. And so, you just get to choose how you want to do it. You can choose what kind of entertainment you want to go to, how much time you want to spend by the pool, which part of the ship you want to enjoy the most. There are so many different options that I think it's one of the reasons it makes it not only a perfect way for multi-generational families to travel, because you have something that keeps everyone happy and busy, but also it's a wonderful way to travel because you can do things the way you want to do. And so you get all the luxury and the ease of traveling on a cruise ship, but yet you still get so many choices. So I thought it would be kind of fun in the comments to talk about what are the things that you're changing how you spend your money. Whether it's to enjoy specialty dining, not to enjoy specialty dining. How are you booking your excursions? This is a thing that I really think will really help a lot of people as we read each other's comments. Gordon and I do a mix. Sometimes we book with a cruise line and sometimes we book on our own. When we're going on our river cruise, Viking, often they have, out of all of the excursions that are included on our 1-week river cruise, it goes from Amsterdam to Basel. Just to give you an idea, there's only one that's included that is not a walking tour, and they are known for including walking tours. So I'm going to share that with you. But some of those towns we're not going to even do the included tour. We're going to do our own thing because we look at the map and we can see what we want to see. So there's also the thing of not even booking a tour and just doing your own thing, how you want to do it. So tell me in the comments how you're doing that, and let's even talk about it a little bit more in our live tonight. It's really fun to hear how everyone does things because it helps us all think through things a little more thoroughly and gives us good ideas. Next up, the last thing I've got to tell you about is a Viking. Now, it's just over a year since Viking went public. Before then, they were just owned by one family, and now they're, traded on the New York Stock Exchange. And during that time, Viking was always very bullish about growth anyway. They have so many river boats. They have so many ocean ships. They've got expedition ships. But since they went public, they have really kicked up their plan for more and more and more ships. And so every time one comes online, I just tell you about it because I'm excited. But the Viking Vesta is their newest ocean ship. And yesterday in Ancona, A-N-C-O-N-A, Italy, at the Fincantieri shipyard there, Viking took possession of that ship and she's ready to go with cruises now. So let me know in the comments if you've sailed on Viking before, if you want to sail on Viking, all of the different things that you're thinking about if you're looking at a river cruise or an ocean cruise or an expedition cruise on Viking. There are so many players in the river cruise market, in expedition cruising and ocean cruising, that I love to hear how people navigate what it is they're going to choose. So I look forward to hearing from you. I'll see you tonight, and I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.